Hey guys, it's Boy Blue 823 back. I've been making my machete knife from those pieces of metal. It's over drying, so I'm going to start on a new one, getting it cut up. So this is going to be my knife video number 2. This is going to be the 12-inch piece of steel here. I've already got it marked out, kind of how I want to have my handle, the blade design. The machete one, which, you know, I should have that video uploaded by the time that you ever see this one, so it didn't turn out too bad. I'm actually surprised on how it turned out. It's a lot longer than what I had expected. I think the total time on that was 2.5 plus about 3.5, about 6 hours, 6.5 hours, and I'm not even completely done with that one now. It's over drying, like I said. But alright, this is going to be the 12-inch piece of steel that I'm going to shape into a knife. With this one, I am going to use, it's a little bit of a mess over here, but I am going to use something for the grips on this one. The machete, I'm just going to do a paracord handle wrap on that, but I am going to use this type of a finish for the handle on this knife. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be yet, I'll just show you. But real quick, what I've learned, whenever doing this type of stuff, without a doubt, safety glasses. You have shards of metal flying around, safety glasses. I had one of my grinder wheels fly off. It hit me in the face, missed the glasses. I had one of the cutter wheels explode on me. It hit me directly in the glasses, so without a doubt, make sure you're wearing safety glasses. After I was done cutting the machete blade out yesterday, I went inside, took a shower, did all that stuff. Ended up having a pretty good bloody nose. Didn't, you know, just me being dumb, but I was breathing in all those metal shavings and the pieces of the grinder wheels, and I blew my nose. It was completely black, and then it was red, so it was bleeding. So make sure you wear some type of respiratory protection. Second thing, I didn't have any clue on how loud this was going to be, but definitely wear some ear protection while you're doing this. That constant grinding noise, it definitely gets to you. So those are just my 3 tips for right now. Another thing that I found when shaping the blade, WD-40 works nice. It's just, you know, just like whenever you're sharpening any blade, it's a lubricant, but since it's just, you know, plain steel, this worked out pretty good. So WD-40 on the blade while sharpening it, or shaping it, cutting it, whatever. That's pretty much it for right now, so I'm going to cut it off right now. Maybe I'll do a couple little snippets of actually cutting the blade out, just to give you an idea of what you're in for. It takes a long ass time, so you know, make sure you have some time to start and finish the project before you start. Catch you guys in a few. Alright guys, I'm back. If I'm muffled, it's because I have the little respirator thing on. This side's going to be the handle. This side down here is what I'm going to shape into the blade. Just going on this, I'm just going to round this edge off, and then after that gets rounded off, I'm probably gonna end up curving this up in, but I want to get it rounded off before I think of the rest of the design. I'm gonna go with the 5-inch handle on it. I want to leave enough room where I can put a hole in it for the lanyard. So alright, let's get cutting. Hopefully nothing flies up and hits the camera. It's gonna be loud, and I apologize. Alright, I sped that little portion of it up just because that took quite a bit of time, probably 3-4 minutes just to cut that little tiny thing off. But I'll go ahead and I'll finish this up like. Alright, so that's going to be the basic design of the back. I'm going to fix it up some. I'm going to want more of a rounded, but I'll use the grinder for that. But that was, I don't know, 8 minutes, 10 minutes or something, just to get that little tiny shape cut out of the square block. So it does take a long time, but so far I'm having fun doing it. We'll cut it out, and I got to draw a blade design on it now. Alright, I'm back. I got my design drawn on the handle that I want. There's going to be the curved part, and then it's going to have just an arc coming up around. With the arc, hopefully that leaves me enough room that once I put the grip handles on, it'll fit a little better. But I'll be able to, fit the grip handles, shape them after I'm done. So let's get started cutting on that baby. Holy cow. Alright, there's that. So I gotta wait for it to cool down a little bit and be right back. That thing gets hot, so do not touch. Alright, cooled down enough. That's one thing. Make sure, only a complete moron wouldn't figure that out, but it gets very hot while you're doing all the grinding and cutting on these. But this is going to be the basic shape of the handle for the knife. Let me step back so you can get a decent look at it here. It's just going to be curved. I'm going to round that off with the grinder stone, and it's going to have the curve there. But I mean, just kind of a quick look at it. I mean, this is just the rough cut. I still have to go through and smooth all that down because there are some burrs in it, but it's kind of like a meat cleaver. Alright, so next I've got to figure out what blade design I want. I've already got a pretty good idea on what I want to do with this blade, so that's next up. Alright guys, I'm back. I got the portion that I drew on here for the blade style, so we're going to start cutting that. Hopefully it's a little bit more simple in this curve design. I'm just going to put the straight Tonto blade on there, so let's cut that on there. Alrighty, so that'll be the blade design. Now it's time to put on the edge. Alright, so I just got done finishing up just the cut of everything, and I checked the overall length. Pretty sure I said it was going to be 12. And cutting the end off here a little bit to round it, it made it from tip to end 11 3/4. So that's it for now. Got the nice design there. I'm going to take it. I'm going to get, as I'm sure you can, well, maybe you can see here, it's flat as a pancake. It's still just a piece of steel. So we're going to try to put somewhat of an edge on it. And on the handle, I just have to round this off a bit, get rid of all the burrs. I want to put a hole in there for a lanyard. So alright, yeah, I'm not going to bore you guys with putting the edge on it, because it's a long ass process. So alright, next time you see it, I'll have the blade on, or not the blade on it, I'll have the edge on it hopefully, and have everything done. So I will return here in probably 3 hours or so. Later. Alright guys, I'm back doing the blade sharpening portion of it. I don't even know the best way of trying to even attempting to get this to show up, but I don't know, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's definitely not finished, but maybe this will work. There we go. At the very tip towards you, closest to you, that is, I haven't touched that yet. The very top portion, looking back, it's a part that I've gotten beveled down at least into a wedge formation there for the edge. But I'm gonna finish doing this part, and then we're gonna be pretty much done except the handle. So I just wanted to give you a real quick update on that. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of the edge on it for right now. Later. Alright, pretty much finished with the grunt part of it, I guess you'd call it. Still have to put the grips on, which, as you can see, there's no grips on it yet. But the blade didn't turn out too bad. Right now, if I had to put a level of sharpness on it, I would say that it was probably about as sharp as a hatchet. That's pretty much as sharp as it is right now. So yeah, I'm gonna try to give it some TLC and get the grips put on it. Let me see if I can get you a close-up look at how it appears. And no, that is not me farting. That is one of my kids behind me messing around. But yeah, I mean it's not razor blade sharp or anything. I highly doubt I'll ever be able to get it razor blade sharp. But that's what we've got. So, all right. Next time you see it, hopefully it'll be painted with grips. Later. Alright guys, I'm back with the final installation portion of the video. This is the finished product on my 12-inch blade that I made, cutting up that 36-inch piece of steel. And I am completely, not completely thrilled, but like the next level down for being completely thrilled on how this turned out. I guess grinding the blade with the Dremel wasn't such a good idea, because it got the Dremel got so hot that the end piece where you stick the grinder wheels in with the little clamp, it got so hot that it ended up melting together. So I have to get a new end piece for the Dremel. So I didn't have any tools to be able to shape my the grips that I wanted to do. So I went ahead and I just did the paracord wrap on the handle here. I also went and did a lanyard. So I've never done anything with paracord other than my brother showed me how to make one of the bracelets once. But paracord wrap turned out awesome. It's nice and tight. The lanyard, it doesn't look the greatest, but it's my first one, so I'm happy with it. The blade on this, again, I went to had to go to the grinder, the bench grinder, because it was taking so damn long with the Dremel. But I will show you this. I see cut tests done on YouTube all the time, and remember, this was a 1/8 inch piece of steel. It's not razor sharp, but hopefully, let's see if I can get this. And it's cutting. Well, that was a rip, but yeah, it's not bad. I mean, to me, that's not bad for my first time ever making a knife. Of course, if I, a little bit more TLC on the blade, getting it beveled down a little thinner up through here, I think it's going to turn out pretty good. But all right, guys, that is the final installation for me making knives. Maybe I'll do a couple more. Once I hit that 100 subscriber deal, maybe if anybody's interested in something like that. I mean, it's handmade, handcrafted. It's not the coolest looking thing in the world, but it definitely works. So, all right, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, give me a yell.